Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Friends. On this episode, we're going to try to make a chicken stew. We got a chicken here. Close up on him. Chicken broth, low salt, healthy. Cornstarch, not exactly sure how that works, but we'll find out. And my secret ingredient, the classic garlic and onion. And what's this right here? Let's get a zoom in on that. It's a crock pot. With this crock pot, we're going to make a stew. But we're also going to use the oven because we're going to roast this bad boy. Going to want to preheat the oven. 375. And we're going to do that with this brownie sheet. I don't have a roaster, but I basically just need something to put the chicken in to catch the fat. Okay, so to cook this bird and to make cleanup a little easier, we're going to use some of this stuff. Liquid gold. Just a catch for all the fat. We want this bird to taste good, which means it needs to be seasoned. Ingredients. Put that butter on there. Look at that in there. So we got our bird nice and buttered here. So next up, we're going to get some of this great ingredient, garlic powder. You're just going to want to really get that all over the bird. Now we're going to put some of this on there just for a little zest, a little pep, just a little zest. Chili powder. Just a gentle rub, just to get it in there. Now that our chicken is all spiced and rubbed up, we're going to put it in the cooking sheet. Chicken's in the pan. Time to cut up some vegetables. After that, it's, I like my onions diced. Just gonna sprinkle the onions. Now we got one of these. Garlics are basically the exact same as a clementine. Sprinkle the garlic on there. Up next is the carrot. These need to be skinned. Watch this. Movie magic, go! Da! Ba! Da 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 da. Potatoes! So here's what we got going on. All the vegetables are in there. The idea is that they'll cook with the chicken, and then once they're nice and cooked up, we'll throw them in the stew once we get the stew going. We do this strategically. Gonna leave the sides open like that, just that way the steam can escape. Oven went off. Time to put this in there. We're gonna set the timer for about 30 minutes. When that goes off, we're going to take the vegetables out of there and throw them in here. The crock pot we've got set to low. We got broth in there, getting it all warmed up, ready to go. Put some butter in there. I'm going to put a little pepper in there as well. Basil in there. Shout out to my boy. Shake that on there real good. I'm going to put a little thyme on there as well. Let's see how the vegetables look. Safety first. So we're just going to peel back the aluminum foil. Yeah, I think I'm just going to abort roasting the vegetables and pull them out and throw them in our broth. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put all the vegetables in here. So we got all our veggies in there. And now we're going to put the chicken back in the oven. So the chicken's going back in the oven. And back in we go. A little sliding around. That's fine. And we're going to set the oven for 1.5 hours. See you in a bit. Just to make this stew just a little creamier and a little nicer, we're going to put in some of my favorite ingredient, cream. We're going to put in a little under half a cup, which would be probably about that much. And to make that cream pop, sour cream. Unspecific amount. I might just pop it back in there without the top on. Try to crisp the skin up a little bit. Just gonna broil it for like 10 minutes. Ooh, that looks good. It's cutting time. Definitely cooked.
Well, thanks for watching.
So we have all our chicken from our chicken. Now we're gonna slice it up and add it to the broth. Ba da! Chicken is all ready to go. The moment we've all been waiting for. So, to minimize the splashes, minimize the pain. Just gonna add in a little bit of vegetable oil. Farmer's coffee cream. Which again, just a little swig. So before we say goodbye to this until, I don't know, I'll probably let it cook till about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just gonna add a little salt. See you in a couple of hours. Alright YouTube, stew's all done. Been a couple days. Kinda lost track of time. Stew took way longer than I thought it was gonna. Had to stay up very late. Haven't had time to make the video. But regardless of all of that, it's done. And I'm gonna eat it on camera for you. For you. So there it is in the bowl. All ready to go. As you can see, I kind of put way too much in this bowl, but it's just the way it be. There's the stew. As you can see, we have been eating it. So, as you can see, it's not too bad at least. I have already had this, so it's not really going to be a surprise. But basically, overall, it's not bad. The chicken tastes good, but the broth itself is too garlicky. If you're a fan of garlic, you might like it, but I put too much garlic in it. I think it should have been cooked a little longer. I would have liked the vegetables to be more mushy. Should have cut the potatoes smaller, and I should have skinned them. Didn't think it would bother me, but it did. But overall, it doesn't have a bad taste. Too much garlic though. I think in the future, I'm gonna cook the chicken in the slow cooker and not roast it. Just was extra work, and I think it got rid of some of the taste. Out of 10, honestly this is like a 4 because of how much work it was and how I kind of fucked it up. But I mean, a stew done right can be a 10. But not this stew.
your family.